Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Eternal Midnight. So, from the valleys of Nausicaa and the seas of the Mediterranean on Porco Rosso, we're taking a dive into the forest of Princess Mononoke. So, Chad, what do you think, man, of Princess Mononoke?
It was good. I was not in love with it like I thought I was going to be, but it was good nonetheless.
Is it better than Avatar?
Avatar: The Last Airbender or James Cameron's Avatar?
James Cameron's Avatar.
My trip to the bathroom this morning was better than James Cameron's Avatar. I forget if that episode is even still up, where you and I just spent like 45 minutes trashing that film.
I hope it is.
I think we got rid of it, but I don't remember.
Okay, what do you like about Prince Mononoke? Let me know.
Well, first off, okay, so I liked Prince Ashitaka, but that's almost where like my first issue comes with. Why was this called Princess Mononoke?
Fair.
She wasn't the main character. And Prince Ashitaka, I'm sorry, this guy went through so much. I almost find it disingenuous that the poor character didn't even get the movie named after him.
That's a very fair argument, Chad.
I mean, he went through a cursed arm being banished from his village. It's his story. He goes through so many struggles, and it's like, I get it. Mononoke, I think, had a little more of an, like, okay, I don't think Ashitaka really had much of an arc. He started out as a strong, selfless warrior, and he maintained that. And the princess herself, why did it? What is her name again?
San.
She changed a little bit. Like, she felt like she was starting to open up, but then she like literally withdrew back into her shell right at the end of the movie.
Right.
So it's like the movie just wasn't about her. So it's like it's almost like anything being advertised. Like, everyone will, like, a good example, the movie Lady in the Water. It was marketed to the world as a horror film, and it was not a horror movie.
It was marketed to the world as a horror film?
Yes. Go back and watch the original trailers. It was marketed as, I mean, this was coming off of, Sixth Sense, Signs, The Village. So they wanted to ride that, and Shyamalan was like, this wasn't a horror film. He's like, this wasn't scary. And yet they marketed it as that, because I saw so many people who were like, this wasn't scary. This wasn't a good horror film. And it's like, it wasn't meant to be. It was meant to be a bedtime story film. So it's like, first impressions can hurt a movie. It didn't hurt this film, in my opinion, but I do think giving the name Princess Mononoke when she didn't do anywhere near as much as Ashitaka was almost disingenuous to the story being told.
Right.
But that does not take away from the film itself. The film itself, I think you were expecting me to like be massively in love with it. And while I wasn't, I really don't have a single complaint about it. I just was not completely like blown away or enamored by it like I was Castle in the Sky or Nausicaa.
Right. I understand. Again, that's like fine. But like, for me personally, Prince Mononoke is awesome. Like, the opening scene of, like, first of all, the action in this movie is awesome. Like, I was surprised. Like, there's a part.
This was the most violent of all the Studio Ghibli films.
I know, right? Because like, there are parts
flying off, limbs flying everywhere.
Like, this is a kids film, really?
That's
like,
what I thought. The first time I saw like a ton of blood, I'm like, what is this?
It's like, damn, like it really, like, culture shock right there. I was like, sorry. like, can you blame me? Okay, can you blame me? Like arrows go through like arms, and they cut the arms off, and then they go through heads,
He shoots someone in the neck and their head flies and the horse just keeps running.
Yeah, I was like, dude, like, are you sure? Like, this is a princess film? Like, I didn't see this in Sleeping Beauty. But you know, that just makes it way better. It just makes it way better. Honestly, I love like the the un the uncut violence here. Honestly,
Yeah, and it was not even enough violence to like where it's like you could almost be like, oh, like kids can't watch this. I mean, I think kids would be fine watching a couple of heads getting cut off. It's not that bad.
yeah, it's not.
I mean, it's not like, you know, in like some modern action films where like everyone gets shot and like there's no blood and they just like fall down and like, oh, they got shot in the leg and they're dead. It's like, no, like he shoots them in the neck and their head just like spins off. And it's like, oh, okay.
And I always love the world building. You know, the environment. Like, there's a war between the boars and the wolves, and there's the great nature spirit. And honestly, my
Don't forget
favorite,
the apes.
and of course the apes. Yeah, I forgot the apes. And honestly, also my favorite villain in the entire Studio Ghibli uh, series. It's this one because
Lady Eboshi
Lady Eboshi was awesome because
or Jiko.
no, Lady Eboshi because she was a character that while she was doing evil things, I understood where she was coming from. You know what I mean? Like I
I
understood.
was gonna say, was she truly evil? Because it's like I think it was almost like from a certain point of view.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't think she was like an evil, quote unquote, evil person. Like she was just doing things that she didn't know was harmful in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And like,
Yeah.
But like Lady Eboshi, in my opinion, was so well written. Like I don't know about you, but I liked her. I liked her a lot.
No, I enjoyed her. Because it's like we said, it's like it's one of those like I could see both sides of it, and I'm probably gonna get some flack for this, but it's like I saw a few resemblances of this of Pocahontas. Like Ashitaka was stuck between both sides, nature versus, you know, civilization.
Right. Although this is
And
way
it's
better. This is, for my money, this is way better than Pocahontas.
no, I didn't mean it. I wasn't comparing the two. I was saying there was like similarities between the two stories. In the sense of Ashitaka jumping between both sides. Because I mean, he never fully took any side. He took the side of let's not run into war. So it's like he like that when Irontown was being attacked and destroyed, he went and told Lady Eboshi. He didn't have to do that, and yet he's still dead.
Yeah, Ashitaka was like the goat. Sorry, like goat means like in Malayan speak, the greatest of all time in this movie.
No, he was cool. Like I said, I genuinely think I genuinely think that this movie should have been called Prince Ashitaka.
But the thing is, that doesn't like roll off the tongue as Princess Mononoke.
Yeah, but it only rolls off your tongue because that's what you know it as, and that's what you've always known it as.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's very true.
Like if it had always been Prince Ashitaka, but I think we were talking about this off air. It's just something about throwing the female's name in the title. It just naturally sounds better, maybe. I don't know. I still just think he should have been in the title. I mean, Nausicaa got the whole movie named after her.
Yeah, exactly. And Nausicaa came first. I was like, what?
Ponyo got a whole movie named after her. Kiki got a movie named after her. Porco got his movie named after him.
Hey, that's very good. That's actually like that's actually very like true. Yeah, I don't know why. That's a very fair argument. I don't know why.
It's just weird. I mean, like I said, doesn't ruin it. It's just it's just weird.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. But hey,
no, I liked it. I think the animation in this was
amazing.
This was that area where it was flirting between CG and hand drawn.
Yeah.
And it's weird. This is when I start seeing that animation that it's so hard to describe, but it's like this is when I start seeing a different type of animation compared to other stuff where it's like it seems like when characters have like a walk cycle, it looks very different compared to it looks like a little more I don't even know how to describe it. If you've those who watched it, you know what I'm talking about. Like people's walk cycles look different. It looks a little stiffer, if that makes sense.
Right.
Which I don't understand if that has something to do with computers helping the animation or something. Because it's like, look at something like the animation of Nausicaa when it was older. The movement of those is always consistent. Yet when when you hit like this, their movements are different at different times of the movements that they're doing.
Right. Yeah, that does make sense. But
It's just hard to explain.
yeah, I understand. I kind of get a vague picture of like what you're talking about. But like,
And
honestly,
we're getting close to the time when people's skin is starting to look like plastic, which I do not like.
yeah.
I've never liked that. It just looks so weird. I don't know why animation studios started doing that.
But I like, but at the same time, like Princess Mononoke, it was like it still is great. Am I wrong? I mean, like, but like, I honestly
No.
love like the animations of like the rifles and the hand cannons. It's like like it's like such a big gun. Like I don't know how you guys can carry that. Honestly, like when Lady Boshi's like, I'm gonna like in that's so powerful. Like it shot the forest spirit's head off. I was like, dude. Dude.
Mulan used something similar and she caused an avalanche.
Yeah, that's true. But that was a cannon. Like this is a gun. A big gun, yeah, for sure. But like,
No, it was very interesting designs. I loved the designs. I definitely loved the designs of the wolves.
yeah, dude.
I think one of the things is it's like I understand Sen herself, but like I said, she started opening up, but the movie ended with her being like, "No, forget all of you. I'm just staying here in the woods." And it's like, not a
It
problem.
was like, why? It was like,
But it's like, what? So it's like at the end of it, it's almost like, so what did this character learn? I mean, like, at least with Ashitaka, we could say he found a new home after being banished from his village, which is unfortunate that he couldn't go back after having the curse lifted. But it's like, it's like, he stayed behind. He's like, I'm going to help fix up this town that
honestly, I love Ash. Honestly, I love the fact that Ashitaka stayed with Iron Tide and helped Lady Eboshi and all that.
in her town, which was run by prostitutes. I couldn't believe that was in this film. I could not believe that that's what like all the females were.
Like, that's why Lady Eboshi was there, right? So that they can like not be that.
No, I get it, but this is a kids' film.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I meant. It's like this is a kids' movie.
With violence and sex, or implied sex. But hey, this made 2.1 billion on a budget of 169.7 million.
Wow,
Yep.
that's crazy.
I know, right? People love this, like, because people see Princess Mononoke as like the cult class, like this is Miyazaki at like his like nitty gritty, like this is a princess film, but like there's violence and horrors and sorry, there's violence and horrors and like and
oh my
and death and destruction. Like it's a kids film, but like there's nothing kiddie about it. Like, hey, I mean, like, man, like it's more creative than like the most modern like Disney films like right now. So I'll take it, dude.
Never. Frozen was better than this.
For real? Do you actually believe that or no?
I wish we had our webcams on so I could have seen your face when I said that. No, I'm not serious.
All right.
I was being sarcastic. No, this is, and but you got to remember this did come out 97. The Disney Renaissance was still I think the Disney Renaissance was just winding down.
You're right.
Because the Disney Renaissance was, Little Mermaid, Aladdin,
Beauty and the Beast.
Lion King, Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
And then Pocahontas and Hunchback, Hercules, that's when it was just winding itself down. Man, it's like, you know what? Did you get to, like, did Disney movies come to the Philippines when you were younger?
Yeah, of course I did, but I never
Well,
watched them.
Okay, well, I asked that because, like, we didn't get these in theaters here. So that's why I ask.
Oh, Princess Mononoke. No, Ghibli films?
Yeah, I mean, maybe not this one. I don't think this one did. I know some of them did. Like, I know Ponyo did. I know a decent amount of people talked about that, but that wasn't until, like, 2008, I think, right?
Right.
Yeah, because that's when Disney Animation was, like, in the toilet anyways. Nobody was watching it anymore because all they were doing was pumping out trash. But it's like, I just was wondering, like, what, but it's like, just wondering what different cultures thought of seeing Disney versus Studio Ghibli stuff, because I can't make that. I don't know, because we didn't get the option to see these when they were coming out.
Right. No, like here, like in the Philippines, I don't think the Ghibli movies came in the Philippines. But
really?
Yeah.
You're kidding.
The Disney films, yeah, but not the Ghibli films.
That's weird. I would have thought they would have, because
No, but
it's like they don't need to ship the film reels, like, across the ocean or anything.
But you know what? The Disney Channel did release, like, I remember Disney Channel, like, releasing, like, dubbed versions of films. I know House Moving Castle and Spirited Away were released on Disney Channel. Yeah, but other than that, yeah, nothing. I don't remember. I don't remember Nausicaa or Ponyo or
Nausicaa was 84. So
yeah. I don't remember Nausicaa being in, like, Disney Channel.
I just knew Ponyo was huge. Like, I knew, like, everyone was talking about Ponyo.
I see.
And I just never watched it because I was too cool to watch an animated movie about a fish.
Now it's like, what I saw where you put it, and, like, if you saw
now it's like one of my favorite movies. One of my favorite kids movies. Because adults can like kids movies. Sorry to burst your bubble, some of you out there. Yeah. Adults can like kids films. But no, overall, yeah, Princess Mononoke, like I said, I have no complaints. It's a good film. It's quality. It's enjoyable. Good story. I'm just not head over heels in love with it like you are. So it's like, we feel the same way about it. You just enjoy it more than I do.
I'm in love with it. I'm in love with it because the landscape, the Ashitaka is amazing, and his relationship with Mononoke was really cool. And then what else? The Lady Eboshi really made this film for me. Like, she's my favorite villain, like, quote unquote, not really a villain, but antagonist. Mm-hmm. And the whole story about the forest, and, like, I think it's just, like, way more subtle and way more on the nose than Avatar.
There's nothing subtle about Avatar. Nothing. Not a single scene in that film was subtle.
It's about
unobtainium. That's all we need to say.
It's about us as a sledgehammer to the face. So yeah, that's Princess Mononoke, and yeah, go see it because it's awesome. And I think you and I love it. It just, like, I love it more.
Exactly.
So let it next week we'll be talking the final two Ghibli films. And I can't wait for everyone to hear Chad's opinion on one of them. So next week we'll be talking the final two Ghibli films on, and arguably Hayao Miyazaki's quote-unquote best films, Howl's Moving Castle and Spirited Away. So
here we go.
Can't wait for you guys to hear it. See you next week, guys. Signing off.
Adios.